What's going on? It's Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I just pre-ordered my Tesla truck. Like most of the world, I was there watching a live stream when Tesla revealed their Cybertruck. Also, like most of the world, I was a little bit shocked when I seen what the Cybertruck looked like. But unlike most of the world, I wasn't surprised. And here's why. If you followed my channel for any significant portion of time, you know I've owned a bevy of vehicles, starting with the Jeep Wrangler, which I've gotten plenty of feedback about, especially about the things that I don't like about the Jeep Wrangler. I've also showcased other cars to you guys that I've owned, such as my Cadillacs. I took you with me on the buying process for my Lexus. I've even showcased to you guys me buying and riding my first motorcycle. But here's the key. I've recently fallen out of love with driving and vehicles. Being from Detroit and black, there's always been a sense of pride of what it is that you're driving. And realistically, that's just our culture. And I'm also from a city in which anywhere you gotta go, you gotta drive. But after visiting New York for the first time last summer, everything changed. Not only is driving a menial task now, but it's also just a complete waste of time. And realistically, I've always known this, but it's one of the worst investments that you can make as it relates to your portfolio or things that you own or have that depreciate over time. Traveling specifically to New York taught me a lot. It reinforced the idea that lifestyle is key and life is truly about experiences and not stuff. If you have to drive, like myself and the majority of Americans that don't live in New York or Boston or Chicago or Washington, D.C., then you have to make adjustments. In an earlier, more recent video, I gave you guys an update on what I was driving and what I got rid of. I got rid of the Jeep because it was trash, and I got rid of the Lexus because, well, it was turning into trash. And bear with me for a minute because I'm just giving you guys an update to how I think, what my lifestyle is, especially for those of you that have not followed me on this channel. You definitely want to subscribe, but I'm giving you guys an update as to why I think what I think and why I bought the Cybertruck. It's the foundation here. So because I've changed my perspective as it relates to cars, and I've had a couple of life-changing experiences as far as the cities that I've traveled to, I wanted to start transitioning away from gas-powered vehicles. I believe climate change is real, and I definitely want to do my part in making sure that I'm doing as little as possible to contribute to the decimation of the planet, right? So to make that transition a little bit easier, I bought a Ford Fusion hybrid when I got rid of my Lexus. After driving that, I'm fully ready to make the jump into electric vehicles. So let's get into the meat and potatoes. I really love Tesla. Not scratch that, I really love Elon Musk for creating Tesla. I think he's one of the most forward-thinking leaders of our time, and he won't be fully appreciated until he's gone. But that's an entirely different conversation. I've been researching and eyeing a Tesla for some time now. And along with being impressed with Tesla, I've also been paying attention to Rivian. Like, they're doing some really innovative things there too. But more importantly than that, us here in Detroit, I've been hesitant to pull the trigger because I've been secretly wanting our Detroit automakers to fully commit and throw their hat in the ring. Enter in the picture the Mustang Mach-E. I think Ford did a phenomenal, awesome job on the Mach-E. And despite the fact that people are gonna continue to complain and not embrace change and complain about the name of the Mustang Mach-E, it's a phenomenal vehicle. I think it's gonna sell really well. Before I placed my deposit on the Mustang Mach-E, because again, I think it's a phenomenal vehicle and I really like what Ford is doing in the direction that they're going, I knew Tesla was gonna reveal the Cybertruck and I wanted to see what that was gonna look like. And in my opinion, Tesla didn't disappoint. You have to understand that people have a hard time embracing change. They have a hard time adjusting to something that they're not familiar with. As demonstrated with Apple and Steve Jobs, people had a hard time with the iMac. People complained about the Apple Watch and the AirPods. Now the Apple Watch is the most widely accepted form of wearable from a fitness perspective, along with the AirPods. People don't know what they don't know until you tell them what they need to know. But the Cybertruck, it's like the more you look at it, the more beautiful it becomes. It's minimal, it's functional, it's simple, and more importantly, it's different. Remember when you were like in elementary school and people used to say stuff like, by the time you graduate high school, it's gonna be flying cars. Yeah, that didn't happen. And as demonstrated by Elon Musk in his presentation, all cars and trucks, they all start to look the same. Like, there's really been no innovation from a design perspective and what trucks and cars for that matter look like until Elon Musk came into the picture with Tesla. What did happen instead of us getting flying cars like people were predicting was that Tesla came into the picture against all odds and completely transformed the way we look at transportation. It's so historically hard to get into that you can't even buy a Tesla in Michigan. You literally have to order it from Ohio and then have it delivered. But again, back to the Cybertruck, I think it's awesome, and it's been a long time since I've really wanted or been inspired by a new release of a vehicle into the market. And think about that for a second, because I'm from Detroit. Like, we don't drive what everybody else drive throughout America. Like, we drive Chargers, Challengers, Camaros, Corvettes. By the way, that new Corvette is awesome, but it's not electric. When I travel around the country, they don't rock the cars that we rock here in Detroit. But change is good and it's different. And again, people are having a hard time with that. If you really start paying attention to the comment section on certain videos, people are evolving. Like, the more you look at that thing, that Cybertruck, the more people are starting to like it. Elon Musk rightfully highlighted that all pickup trucks generally look the same. If you were going to break into a historically hard segment to get into, because pickup truck lovers, like, they're notoriously loyal to whatever brand that they've been riding with for as long as they've been riding with it, then you had to do something different. You had to fully commit and go all in and think about transformation. From a UX perspective, it solves a bevy of problems. Hopefully they make the ATV that they demonstrated in the presentation. And it's priced right, especially when you compare it to other upstarts such as the Rivian and even traditional automakers. The main reason I'm buying it is because it's different. Different is awesome. When I pull up in that Cybertruck here in Detroit, it's gonna change everything. I did pre-order it the morning after the reveal. Let me know your thoughts. I'm looking forward to stopping traffic here in Detroit. I love you guys, I appreciate you. I just wanted to give you my perspective about the Cybertruck from a Detroiter's perspective. Hit me up at AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate y'all. I'll holler at you later. Peace.